Then I'll say done. Okay, then it's fine. I think we are live now, meaning the lesson is recording. Then what I need to do, it is to prepare to share my screen. But before I do that, let me quickly do this. Let's see, where am I going? Let's check what's going on there. That, okay, let's see that. Okay. I think I'm now ready to share my screen. Share screen, start with that. Okay. Hey guys, let's see. Is my screen sharing? Are you all able to see my screen? Than Lavelle, second lady, Noctula Namfundo, no. Serene and Detail. Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. I've got an interesting question there. But wait. Did we not do this question? No, I don't think we did. No, I haven't given you this. What I gave you was something almost similar to this. Okay, so question number 3 in the diagram below, A having the coordinates of -2 and 3, and then we also have C being 10 and 11, and again we have D being 5 and -1. These are the vertices of triangle ACD. Yes. And then now they say CA intersects the y-axis in F. What? CA. There's CA, yes. CA, yes. Intersects the y-axis in F. Oh yes, I can see F. And CA cuts the x-axis in G. Yes, that makes sense. So when they say produced, you can think of it as they say it's being extended until it hits the x-axis, and that point is called G. Okay. The straight line DE, there's DE, okay, that I can see, is drawn parallel to CA. Yes, it does make sense. Can also see with those double black arrows there. Okay, in triangle CFO. CFO, yes. Angle F is called alpha, or it's equals to alpha. Okay, then it's fine. So guys, we are going to do it question by question. I want to see how you answer these questions. I want to see how you guys write. I also want to see how long it takes you to answer the question. So do not answer all the questions. We do it a question by question. So starting with the first question, they want you to calculate the gradient of the line AC. So what I want us to do in today's lesson, honorable members, is for you to answer these questions. You submit by sending to me via WhatsApp inbox, and then I will just be checking how you guys write and comment there and there, so that you will have an idea of what possible mistakes one can make. And then in that way, we will be learning from each other's mistakes, because the mistakes that we can do will be different depending on our knowledge or understanding. Someone might make a mistake of which we would not think they can make, and through that mistake, we will then discuss it so that when you go to an exam, you will remember that there's a possibility of making a mistake this way. Did you guys hear me on what I said?
Yes, sir.
Ningizwile
Yes,
nonke.
sir.
Okay, then it's fine. So that means now you can work on the first question where they want you to calculate the gradient of line AC. So very quickly work it out. And then, no, this one, you won't need to send me the pictures. Just comment in the comment section. For this one, you just say M is equals to that, but say 3.1. M is equals to this. It should be an easy one. We will do those ones that needs discussions on via inbox. So calculate the gradient of line AC. Once you get the answer, comment in the comment section and let me know what is the value for the gradient of line AC. Okay, no, not yet. I'll just leave it there. Ethan, in case if we've got, let's say, 3 comments, just let me know, honorable member, because I won't see, I'll just be seeing what you guys are seeing on my screen. But once we have 3 comments, please do let me know. Are you guys still working on it? Let's see if there are any comments. Only 2 comments. M is equals to 2 over 3, M is equals to 2 over 3. Okay, then it's fine. We will go with those 2 answers, saying that, let's see, calculate the gradient of line AC, where is A, this AC, and then 11 minus 3. What is 11 minus 3? That is 8. Okay. 10 minus negative 2. That is 8 over 12. 8 over 12. We have 4 going 2 times into 4, and then 4 going 3 times into 12. So it becomes 2 over 3. Yes, the answer is 2 over 3. That is correct. Okay, now they say 3.2, determine the equation of line DE in the form y is equals to mx plus c. This is what I was doing with the grade 10s in today's lesson. So in case if you do not know how to determine an equation of a straight line in grade 11, just know that Your problems are not in grade 11, but they are in grade 10. You will therefore need to request that lesson of grade 10 and then do a revision, meaning you watch it from the start until the end so that you learn how we determine an equation of a straight line. So this question, you will therefore work on it and send it to me via WhatsApp inbox. I want to see how you have answered it. Did you guys hear me on that one? Are you guys working on it? 3.2. Bukamso Ethan Precious, Lavera Second Lady, Nono Orifila Serene and Titelo. Are you guys working on it?
Yes, sir.
3.2. Okay, then it's fine. I'll go back to the question. There you go. Guys, I will give you enough time, but it's not much time that you will need to work it out. In case if you've got no idea, then you also let me know via WhatsApp inbox to say, I've got no idea. If you get stuck, you'll say, I got stuck, whatever the case may be. Looks like someone has done it already. Let's see. Okay, this one is done. Let me check. So, yes. Let me see what that one is. Okay. So not sure about that. Okay, I'll give you a hint. This one says they are not sure. Point. I'm giving this one a hint. Okay, let's see. This one is done. This one looks correct. It looks correct. Okay. Let's see. What happened? Okay. Okay, then it's fine. I'll wait for one more to submit, and then we do the corrections. These two have got the same approach. Okay, there's another one. Let's see. Okay, that and that, yes. Yes, I prefer doing it this way. Okay. Okay. Yes. Here's another one. Okay, then it's fine. It's fine. Let's do the corrections. So this is what I put on the document. Is it another support? Okay, let me just check this one as well. This is what the grade 10s were doing. It's the steps are correct, but it's incomplete. Steps are correct, but it's incomplete. I'm glad you made this mistake because it will also remind others that there's a possibility that you can do corrections, but you don't complete your answer. I will change what I mean. So remember, guys, we got that gradient to be 2 over 3, the gradient of that line. Can you see these two things? And that one? They are simply telling you that those two lines have the line which is 2 over 3 is the same as the gradient of this line, which is also going to be 2 over 3. Then means for that equation that you're trying to find out, y is equals to mx plus c. You already have the gradient, which is 2 over 3x plus c. All that you need is just a point being at that point D, which is 5 and negative 1. For me, I prefer using this method because it's much safer as compared to the other one. There's someone who used the other method, they substituted correctly, but they calculated incorrectly. This one is straightforward because where you see y, you put that, where you see x, you put that. Meaning you have your negative 1, which is equals to 2. X, you put that, you say plus c. Okay. And then now you will just say negative 1. Obviously, 5 times 2 is 10. So you take 10 over 3 to the other side. It becomes minus 10 over 3. That should be your C. You can just punch it on a calculator and it will give you that negative, I think it's negative 13 over 3. That is your C. So others, they leave it here. You are not done because they said it has to be in that form. If it's not in that form, then it's not correct. So you must continue to say y is equals to 2 over 3x minus 13 over 3. Then you are done. So others, they just leave it there. If you use that other method, just make sure that you know your story, because when you take something to the other side, it has to change its sign. When you do that by that, that by that, you just need to be careful of the signs involved. Otherwise, you will just do things the complicated way. Any questions or make sense to everyone?
No question,
Guys,
sir.
any questions? No question. Okay, then it's fine if you guys have got no questions. On my side, I will therefore say, let's have a look at 3.3. 3.3, they want you to calculate the size of angle alpha. Is there anyone who can suggest how we can calculate that angle alpha? You just describe the process that you would go through in calculating that angle alpha. Anyone? If it's difficult, do let me know that you've got no idea of where to start, so that I'm aware that you've got no idea. But in the meantime, try to think about it and give it a guess. I won't rush you. I'll give you some time to think about it, and then try to describe what you would do in answering that. There you just need to apply your mind. It's not like there's a special formula or there's a way in which it is usually worked out. You just need to apply your mind to say, what if I find this angle? And then maybe I can work it out with this angle because of this and that. Anyone who wants to give it a try? Bouquet Moso, do you not want to give it a try, honorable member? Ethan More, Lavella, second lady Nomfundo, no, or Phyllis Rain and Detail. Anyone who wants to give it a try, or is it difficult? Guys, is it difficult? Or are you still thinking about it? Guys, is it difficult, or are you still thinking about it? Am I muted? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm still thinking. Okay, then it's fine. Okay, maybe let me say, I will give you some time to think about it and also give it a try. And then once you've worked it out, you submit it the same way by taking a photo and then you send it to me via WhatsApp inbox. Guys, did you hear me on that one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Let me not rush you, but give you some time to give it a try. No one is submitted. Okay, I hope you guys are still working on it. I'll give you guys a hint. The hint is that somehow you can create a 90-degree angle that you might need to work it out with your angle of inclination. That's the hint that I can give you for now. And then I will leave it there. Okay, someone submitted. Is it someone asking a question? If not, please remain muted. I'm not sure who that is. Okay. Okay, I'll wait for some more submissions. But the hint was you might need to create an angle that you might need to work it out with an angle of inclination. I think this hint is probably not enough, but let me do this and say you can split that angle like this, where you will say this is 90 degrees, and then you calculate that angle. The combination of that and that will be that. Something of this nature. It's like you are having a vertical line, and then let's say you are having that. So this is the angle. Okay, why not saying this being 90 degrees, you plus it with angle of inclination. So that means alpha should be equals to 90 degrees plus angle of inclination. That will be this angle. Guys, does it make sense what I'm explaining there? Does it help you to understand how you can break down that angle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Just review what you were doing and check if you need to redo it accordingly based on that hint. Guys, are you working on it or what's happening there? Guys, can you get a sense of what's going on your side?
Almost
Have you
done, sir.
given up? Are you working on it? Okay, still working on it, then it's fine. I just want to make sure that I don't rush you guys, because for me, it just takes me 2 seconds to work it out. So I just want to make sure that I give you enough time to work on it. I'll just be waiting in the meantime. Wait, guys, I'm about to do the corrections now. Okay, thank God. 1, 2, 3 point that. Okay, then it's fine. And that, okay, then it's fine. And Ethan, let's try to do it together and see how far we can go. The reason why I'm curious regarding the time you are taking is because yeah, you shouldn't take long on this question. You will see why I'm saying you shouldn't take long. Okay, Ethan, can you unmute yourself so that we can do it together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me set a blank page there. Okay, so Ethan, do you understand when I said we can just say alpha is equals to 90 degrees plus angle of inclination? Do you still remember this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but do you agree? Does it make sense what I mean there? Ethan, it doesn't make sense, ne?
Kind of, sir.
Maybe let me try to redraw that. So let's say this is the Cartesian plane we have, the y-axis and the x-axis. If we have a line like that,
Oh,
then if we can just create our imaginary line there, Ethan. So this angle there is 90 degrees. I'm not sure if you agree with me on that one, Ethan. Guys,
say it again, sir.
so I'm just saying, if you have a vertical line and a horizontal line, the angle formed there is 90 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Yay. So now, then you can calculate this angle. And that angle will be the angle of inclination because it's an angle formed with the horizontal in an anti-clockwise direction. So what I'm saying is, once we know that angle alpha, then if we take 90 and we plus it with that, the angle that we get is that one,
Yes, sir.
which is alpha, for that question. I'm not sure, Ethan, if you get me on that. So that means the difference is that you either have an angle which is less than 90, just like that one, it would be less than 90. But if it is more than 90, you just always need to be careful that a line which is like that, it will have an angle which is greater than 90. You must just know that it is 90 plus that extra angle. Does it make sense now, Ethan?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all that you need to do is just to calculate angle of inclination. Do you still remember how to calculate angle of inclination?
Yes, tan equals opposite of adjacent.
Yes. So we'll just say tan angle equals the gradient.
Yes, we have the gradient.
We already have the gradient, which is what, 2/3, ne?
Yes, sir.
So that means we have second function of 2/3. What is that angle?
33.69 degrees.
36 point, what did you say?
33.
Oh, 33.69, you say, ne?
Yes, sir.
0.69 degrees. So then that means alpha should be equals to 90 degrees that you plus it with 33.69 degrees, which is equals to what will that be when you add those two?
123.69 degrees.
69 degrees, which is what you got, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so that's how you can work it out, honorable member. So what matters the most is that understanding it, and to say when an angle or when a line is like that, if the angle that they want you to calculate it starts from the y-axis and it does that, just always remember that it's a combination of 90 degrees plus angle of inclination. But if the line is like that, the angle that you calculate will be from y-axis to there, so it will always be less than 90 degrees, that one, of which you can find ways to work it out. But in this case, that's what you would do. Does it make sense, Ethan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. Guys, any questions from your side? Did you guys understand? Or have you got any questions? Guys?
We understood, sir.
Are you sure that it's all of you that you understood?
Seminar, I don't understand.
Okay, there's someone who did not understand. Who did not understand?
Naledi say.
Okay, lady. Let me try to re-explain. Yeah, it looks like it's a tricky one, but let me do this and say that and that. So this is a Cartesian plane. We have x and then we have y. So this is what happens, Naledi. If you have a line, let's say line similar to that, so what we are saying is that the angle starting from here to there, that angle, Naledi, is it less or is it greater than 90? When you think about it.
It's greater than 90.
Yes, it's greater than, so that means that angle, it will be, you see what I'm drawing there in green, it's an imaginary line where
Yes, sir.
this is 90. Do you agree there?
Yes, sir.
And then there will be this extra. angle, which I refer to that as theta. You can call it beta or whatever that you like. So what I'm saying is that angle in yellow, it is the 90 plus theta.
Yes, sir.
And that theta, it represents angle of inclination. Did you attend a lesson where we're talking about angle of inclination?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that angle in yellow, which is alpha, it will therefore be 90 plus angle of inclination. It's the combination of those two. It's like we have one angle and we cut it into two parts. And those parts are, the first part is 90 and the other part is angle of inclination. When you combine them, it is that alpha.
Yes.
Does it make sense now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's how you would work it out. Not that there's a formula to do it. You just have to think about it and work it out in that way. Guys, does it make sense now?
Yes, sir.
Other honorable members, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 100%. So now let's see. So the next question would be B is a point in the first quadrant such that A, B, D, E in that order forms a rectangle. Calculate, giving reasons, the coordinates of M being the midpoint of B, E. Okay, let me do this. Because this question will only make sense if with a pencil you just try to draw what they are talking about there. I'll just remove all of these. They say if B is a point in the first quadrant such that A, B, C, D, A, B, D, E in that order forms a rectangle. You must firstly know what a rectangle is. And then maybe I will say a rectangle should be that connecting with that. Let me try to form that rectangle so that you will have an idea of what's going on, that and that. How? Why does it not do a straight line? Okay, there. And then maybe having another point like that. And that. Yes. Something of that nature. So that point B, it could be a point there. What you must know is that a rectangle has got those diagonal lines, which are the same. So the midpoint they want you to calculate is the midpoint somewhere there. I've just given you a hint there. So anyone who can suggest how to calculate the coordinates of M being the midpoint of BE. Anyone? If you've got no idea, you can say no idea. Guys, is it difficult or are you still thinking about it?
We think about it, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you some time to think about it. I'll be Are you guys winning there? Guys, are you winning? Difficult. Okay. So this is what happens, honorable members. When you have a square or a rectangle, just always know this. You have these things called diagonal lines. Diagonal lines is those lines inside which is corner to corner. Those lines of corner to corner, you must just know that they share the same middle point. So that means if you know the coordinates of this point and that point, even if they talk about point A and point B and they say find the midpoint of point A and B, just know that you can still use those coordinates because they share the same midpoint. So that means in this case, you can still use this point and that point. Why? Because they share the same midpoint, even though they are talking about point B, E. But because that shape is a rectangle, with it being rectangle, it automatically means the diagonals. You can see that line corner to corner, that line corner to corner, they share the same middle point. Does it make sense, honorable members? Did you understand what I explained there?
Yes, sir.
So it's two things, Didelo. They share the same midpoint and they are also equal in length. Meaning from there to there is equals to from there to there. So that means even for that next question, which says the length of diagonal BE, you will still use these points because the diagonal of that line and that line is the same in length as the diagonal of that line and that line. That's what you should know about diagonal lines. Does it make sense, honorable members?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
100%. I'm glad you confirmed that you understood. So I would actually consider that as something new that you had to know about because it looks like all of you guys had no idea what to do there. But just be careful of such questions. Anything related to diagonal lines, just always remember that diagonal lines equal in length and they share the same middle point. Then you will always know what to do when you are confronted with such questions. Okay, so guys, we will just leave it here for today's lesson. I do thank you very much for joining. Until we meet again. Sing Pumile Munch.